Amanda here with your September 2019 RuneScope. An announcement this month, we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently as far as format. So the readings themselves are gonna be, you'll just see the table and my hands from now on, because it's the only way I can kind of work all of these videos in throughout the month in addition to my full-time job. So if you still want the videos, we're gonna have to do it that way. I will try to always do an intro video like this though, because I know it's not the preferable format, but that's the only way I can really kind of like squeeze them in whenever I get the chance without having to, put all the time into looking actually decent or camera ready. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that. This month, in conjunction with our runes, we will be using this awesome new deck that I got, the Golden Thread Tarot by Labyrinthos. It's a really cool deck. It's not very camera friendly, unfortunately though, so just a heads up. Probably won't use it on camera again, but I was so excited to get it. I wanted to give it a go. And then, as always, be sure to join me for part 2 of your September reading over on my Vimeo channel. This month for your spiritual guidance, I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Goddess Guidance Oracle by Doreen Virtue, just to get additional wisdom and advice for how you can handle the energies in September. That link to the Vimeo channel is below, as are all other details regarding the channel. I think that's it for now. And so let's get on to the September RuneScope. Hey Leo, let's see which runes want to talk to you for September 2019 for Leos. What is going on with my Leos? So as always, Leo, keep in mind these are general readings. Not all of these messages will apply to you. Gotta talk to the other Leos that are watching too. You can always check the video for your rising sign as well to get additional messages and information. Some months, all of your messages will come through your rising sign instead of your sun sign. Or you can always book a private session and we will talk just about you and you alone. If you're wondering why you're just seeing my hands, you must have skipped the intro. If you want to rewind it back, all will be revealed. We're going to start in the present. So the end of August going into early September, we have got the 10 of Cups. Excellent card. Here's what it looks like. Well, the first thing coming through is somebody left or is leaving for college. Just, so some of you, probably a lot of you, have kids going off to school. And you may be, or maybe they went off in August and started school in August, but you're dealing with the, maybe they're coming home for a visit over the Labor Day weekend if you live in the States, or they're coming home for some sort of family reunion, so you're going to be happy to see them. There is a reunion, or you're traveling to see someone. If it's not the college thing, and one of your kids coming home for a visit, or maybe you're going to see them. It's someone else that you maybe haven't seen or spoken with in quite some time. It could be an ex. They may be coming through town. I feel like for many of you though, with the 10 of Cups, it's either someone who makes you very, very excited, like you can't wait to see them. And this was a very kind of love-filled, special relationship. Or it's a family member you haven't seen in a while, maybe because they live far away, maybe you kind of lost touch, you haven't been in touch, maybe there was a rift for, some reason that you haven't spoken in a long time. The 10 of Cups can also just be a family reunion, like everybody's coming together, you got people coming in town, so you are going to be seeing people you haven't seen in a long time, or people that you, again, for those same reasons, maybe haven't spoken with, or they could be coming to see you. So, Let's see what else is coming through. Yeah, I think for most of you, this is more of a personal, we've got more energies directed towards emotions than work, although some of you could be, leaving one job for another that you're really, really excited about. And I mean, like, this is your life's work. You love it. You would be going to a job or a position where you absolutely adore what you'll be doing. It may involve travel. Or you may be relocating for the job. But for most of you, I'm feeling like more this is visiting, family coming together, people coming together. There could be a wedding in September you have to travel to. Any sort of special family event. For some of you, it could be a funeral. It could be, you would already most likely know about that situation though, because this is happening for most of you in early September. The challenge for the month, we've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse is our tarot card here. That's what that looks like in the upright. So yeah, people not cooperating, not working with you, not collaborating well. And I don't, with the runes around this, it does seem like this, is mostly going to be at home or on the personal front rather than at work. Although for some of you, it could be at work. Maybe you were kind of trying to put together or plan this event, help with this event, and it's been hard getting people to cooperate to do the things that they're saying they're going to do or said they were going to do, and you're getting frustrated with the delays and not knowing if something's going to get done. And so, I'm just seeing like you're constantly like checking up on people. Like, did you do this? Did you do that? And they may be getting kind of snippy with you, Leo. You may be getting on some people's nerves. Not gonna lie. I am seeing it here. So you may hear more than a few times, I said I was gonna do it and I'll do it, because you are a fixed sign, Leo. So you can be a little bit controlling sometimes. All of the fixed signs can. But it could be somebody else doing this to you. These energies can always work both ways. So, I think though that you just feel like it's all kind of falling on you. For most of you, you're having to do all the work, and all these people who said they would help are slacking off. Maybe you got your kids that were supposed to help you, or you're asking them to do some things, and they're dropping the ball. It does seem like whatever this is though is going to come off without a hitch though. It is going to get done. Everything is going to get done. And then by the end of the month, you're going to be like, oh man, I can't believe I was freaking out for that 1 week. But it's going to turn out even better than you're thinking if you're helping plan this. For those of you who are not planning any sort of event, I think this is just around the home. People are getting on your nerves. They're not... it's like they're not listening to you. I feel like you need to get away, or you're feeling like I need a break from these people. You could be also, and this came up just now for Aries, talking to a lawyer or dealing with legalities regarding a will or inheritance. There could be delays and frustrations around that. Someone trying to block a will, hide a will, keep things secret, which would kind of go along if some of you had to go to a funeral or will be attending a funeral. There could be some questions regarding the will. And people could, not be cooperating with that. Others of you could just be like, trying to clean out a house, go through someone who's passed their stuff and figure out what we're going to do with it. And it could be that you're not getting any help with that. So I do feel like though people will come together and pitch in and do their part. It's just going to be, the last minute, if that's the case. You may have to plan it for later in the autumn. So maybe in October or November, maybe everybody can kind of come together and do that. Or this event, if it's an event that you are, again, those of you that are helping plan an event or something, it may get delayed, or you may have to push it back because other people can't make it. And that could be how it's like, oh, nobody's cooperating. Others of you, you could be leaving that job because, you know, that's kind of the last way it's coming through, but that could apply to some of you. Leaving this job where people just would not cooperate with you. You had to do all the work. There was no teamwork, but then they, like the whole team would get credit for it. And yeah, it would have just been like an illusion of teamwork. And that could be a big reason why you're leaving and why you found this, this dream job. The help that's going to be available, we do have the Two of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Here's what it looks like in the upright. Some of you are just thrilled because you're getting a divorce. You're finally separating, and you know the person finally moves out, or you're finally getting this over and done with. Or someone close to you is finally getting a divorce, right? So it could be one of your kids or a friend, and you're like, God, I'm glad they're finally leaving that loser. Yeah, because we've got Esau here, which is the rune of separation, divorce, and then moving next to that. The Ten of Cups, though, indicates to me, Leo, that you're like, whatever this is, like if you're the one leaving, you're thrilled about it. Or if they're leaving, you're still thrilled about it. Yeah, get out. Don't let the door hit you. That's kind of how I'm feeling. So yeah, these legalities that are coming up could have to do with property or, you know, division of assets, that sort of thing for some of you, because it is going to help you to, you know, it's either going to help you to end this relationship, or it's helping someone else because, you know, maybe this was one of the people that just, you know, did nothing. You felt like they were lazy, or they never helped out around the house, or, you know, you always had to do all the work. And, this would be someone you went round and round with, or you watched someone go round and round with, maybe a repeated toxic situation, and you're so glad to be done with this. So now it's going to help you to separate from someone, many of you, but whether or not you'll do it, you know, some of you may delay it. Because this is what they're saying, like it'll help you to divorce this person. It will help you to break away from this person. If it's you. If it's not you, you don't really have control over that, but it seems like it's happening anyway. But yeah, maybe this is, you know, someone who's breaking up with someone who was the cause. Like you couldn't see this person because you got into it with whoever they were with, and that caused a rift between you and your friend or a family member, and now they're done with that person. And so you can see them again, right? You can go visit them, or they can stop by, and you guys can kind of spend more time together now because they're rid of this toxic influence, was maybe isolating them or something of that nature, keeping them away from family and friends. Basically an abusive relationship is what that denotes. So yeah, there's some kind of breakup that's benefiting you or could benefit you, Leo, in the month of September. Instead of just going around the same merry-go-round here and never learning the lesson, never figuring out how to get off the ride, you know. Interesting. Because yeah, this seems like a directionless person, whether it's someone you're with or someone you care about was with. They just keep going around accumulating knowledge, but they have no goals or real direction in life. So let's see what must be accepted here. Page of Swords, news, information. News coming through about somebody to avoid, somebody you really do not want to be around. So yeah, Leo, there's somebody that you just do not, I just cannot stand him or her. I do not want to be around this person. Like your whole reading is kind of about separating yourself from this person's energy. And I think the news is probably maybe that this, you know, these people are getting a divorce, or you're getting news that your own divorce is final, or, you know, because yeah, this is someone, an offer or a person to be avoided. And The Page of Swords is also kind of an immature, gossipy energy. It could be actually manifesting as a person. If they're an adult, they would act like a child, again, very immature. Or it could be a child kind of telling you, oh, by the way, mom got a divorce. And you're like, yay, you know. So yeah, you could be getting this news that you're finally kind of rid of this person or this person's energy from a child. It could be an air sign child, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person, but I feel a gossipiness with this. So yeah, you could be hearing through gossip channels, especially family gossip channels. If you have, if this is a family member or a friend, because I'm just kind of, you know, hearing them, and then really, you know, you're kidding. That kind of energy along with this. So yeah, news coming that something's over. Someone that you don't like or that you want rid of you're finally going to be rid of them. Now the outcome is the Death card in reverse, which is so, and it's interesting how this is coming through for me, because we were talking that some of you may be attending a funeral in September. So it's like the death has happened. Or if I'm sorry to say, it might be coming. So in September, you could be dealing with someone who's ill, you're going to hospital, you are discussing the will, you are discussing these things because it has to be discussed. But it's like, somebody keeps hanging on, they're not quite ready to go because we've got death in the reverse. So it hasn't happened yet. The transformation, the moving on hasn't happened yet. For many of you, it may be a female. It may be a mother, a mother-in-law. And I'm very sorry if it is. I feel like for many of you, though, this already happened, maybe even in August, and this is just the physical transformation has happened, but we still got to deal with all the possessions and the will and all of this stuff. Now, this could also be the death of a marriage, right? The death of a relationship, and it's like, yeah, it's over, but we still got to deal with all these residual things. We're separated, but we're not divorced, or we're separated, but we're still living together, but he finally got a place, or she finally got a place, and they're finally getting out of my... If you've been kind enough to let someone you're divorcing live with you, that's quite magnanimous of you, Leo. Not everybody can do that. It takes a very practical, open-minded person, a kind person to do that. So you're known for your big heart. So I mean, if you've let your someone you're divorcing stay with you, wow, I'm impressed, because that's rough. But yeah, if that's been the situation, you could be just like, they're finally moving out, and that's what this was, like, oh my gosh, now we can finally maybe move forward. But so yeah, the outcome of September is there's still some residual, something is not quite concluded. We've still got some things to finish up. We got the wrap up, but it's coming, because this is the rune of intuition, and like feminine intuition specifically, and spirituality, and you kind of getting those, like, I know it's coming, I know it's going to be wrapped up, but it's just not quite done by the end of September. So I think it's a month of like figuring out how to wrap things up. And you may be at certain points in the month trying to get people to help you out, and you may be running into some roadblocks there, unfortunately. But you're going to get it done, Leo. Yeah, there's just a few more things to do, but you can see the light at the end of the tunnel by the end of September. Okay, we've almost got this wrapped up. We've almost got this done. We're separated, now we can get divorced. Or we've got a date when everybody can get together and go through all this stuff so we can get rid of it. So we'll, maybe that's it, going back to this where you may have to clean out a house or figure out what to do with a bunch of stuff someone owned, or even what to do with property they owned. You'll have a date by the end of September to take care of that, but it may be later in the autumn with Yara here. It may be that long before everybody can kind of come together and talk about it and discuss this. So that's what I see. Very interesting reading, Leo, for the month of September. You guys are dealing with a lot of different things, honestly, even though it's all the same. That's why these general readings, I just find them so interesting, because it's all the same stuff, but it's totally different. It's crazy what comes through. But meet me over on Vimeo. We'll get even more. I'm gonna shuffle the Goddess Guidance Oracle. I want to see what the overarching message is for how to handle, especially since the advice was kind of, interesting. A breakup or divorce is gonna help you in some way, or a severing of ties is gonna help you. So yeah, meet me over on Vimeo. I'll be interested to see which goddess has more advice for you in that light. That link again is below, and I will see you back here on YouTube next month. Thanks for watching.